This is a longer meditation, which includes multiple things to become aware of: our body, our breath, sounds, emotions, and thoughts. But we always begin with our breathing because our breathing is always present. And it's our anchor, or that which we always return to, in the way that a ship can throw down its anchor and not be tossed and turned by the waves. So find yourself in a seated, comfortable position, and let your body relax, but still be alert and awake. Notice your posture. You can notice the front of your body and the back of your body. And take a few breaths and allow yourself to settle in. Find your breathing in your body, in your belly, in your chest, or at your nostrils, wherever you've found to be the most comfortable area for you. And notice the gentle rising and falling, or the in and out. One breath at a time. So as you're staying with your breath and a sound becomes obvious to you, and it pulls your attention away from your breathing, then bring your attention to the sound. Notice what happens to it, and when it stops, or changes, or doesn't hold your attention, return to your breathing. If a body sensation becomes very strong, grabs your attention, pulls you away from the breath, then you let go of the breath and move your focus to that body sensation. Notice it, feel it, see what happens to it as you become aware of it. When it no longer grabs your attention, you can let go and bring your attention back to the breath. Now, if you find that you have a strong emotion arising, one that pulls your attention away from your breathing, emotions can be something that we become aware of as well. Emotions tend to be happening in the body and mind together. I sometimes call them energy in motion. They're moving through our bodies, hearts, and minds. So when an emotion comes, see if you can feel it in your body. So for instance, if you're feeling anxious, you might have some tightness in your belly or contraction in your chest. Or if you're feeling sad, maybe there's warmth in your chest or tightness in your jaw. The body is always in the present moment. Sometimes with our emotions, we tend to get lost in the thought and the worry and the fear, or we judge ourselves for having the emotion in the first place. If we can return to the direct experience of the emotion, it can help us to not take it so personally. It'll just be, or it may begin to feel like, body sensations. And we might start to feel like, oh, it's just grief. or it's just fear, or just worry. We begin to have a little more space around the emotion, and this can help us in our life tremendously. So it's useful to practice on the cushion with emotion. Now, if there's no particular emotion, or they're happening very fast, or they're not obvious, don't go searching for it. We become aware of it just like with the body sensation or with the sound when it's predominant, when it's strong. So we stay with our breathing. If sound, body sensation, or emotion grabs our attention, pulls us away, we notice it, and then come back to our breathing. We can also become aware of our thoughts. Now, most of the time, thoughts are just in the background. If that's the case, don't pay much attention to them. Stay with your breath. But if you notice a thought that is obsessive or repetitive, and it just keeps coming back again and again, you can become aware and mindful of the thought itself. So if the thought arises, it's sometimes helpful to give it a label: worrying, planning, remembering. If you say a very soft word in your mind, and then notice the thought, sometimes you can bring your attention into your body and feel the associated body sensations. When we're thinking, especially if it's a difficult thought, there can be sensations in our body. Notice if there's a contraction in your belly. Notice if your heart is beating fast. Again, only if this thought has pulled your attention away or is continuous and repetitive. So we'll try for a little bit in silence to be aware of our breath as our anchor, and then sounds, body sensations, emotions, or thoughts as they become obvious to us. If it all feels too complicated, just stay with your breathing. If you notice yourself lost in thought, come back to your breathing. To end this meditation, once again, return to your body. Feel your body here and now, present. Feel your breath. Notice how you're feeling. Acknowledge your effort.